And I remember Grandma Reardon spending the night at, I guess, her sister's house. I don't know, her aunt's house. I don't know, somebody. Aunt Anna.
Oh, yes.
Her
Yeah.
house, and all of the cousins were in the bed, and she was waiting for us to fall asleep, and she was in the rocking chair. And I remember her cigarette glowing. She did quit smoking, but eventually, but she had a cigarette glowing in her. She was praying the rosary, and you could hear the beads, whenever we were falling asleep.
She was a good woman.
Yeah, she was.
I think that.
Excuse me
oh,
a second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do a little change the plan here. On second place. Tim and I don't like to admit to our gray hair, so I have to get up a little higher.
Hey, just be glad you got that hair.
That's right, got some hair.
Could be worse.
I have too much hair going up there right now.
Hey, that's
Okay, man.
I think the most notable thing about just my childhood and my family life was something that I probably never thought anything of at all until I left town when I went in the Army and started talking to other people about their lives, and I realized that I didn't have near the hardship that a huge majority of the people that I was talking to did. I had people whose mom and dad were in prison, people whose parents were in the drugs and all kinds of craziness, and I just didn't realize that I was fortunate to just have a relatively normal life. What I thought was normal was actually unique. So I think that was the most notable thing, was just my perception of normalcy was actually
Blessed.
not normal. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's more and more like that all the time, sadly. Any other thoughts?
We've been blessed, I think. We've been very
You're right.
blessed.
one thing is when Matt, when he left for Iraq, well, that was horrible. But our family really, really stuck together on that. And I think that was probably the roughest time of my life.
I think the good part about having someone that goes through a hard time, Iraq specifically is a good example, because you get very focused on your faith in God, and the whole family does, because that's all you have.
A military deployment, I believe, is much harder on the family that's left at home than it is the soldier that deploys. Because when I'm deployed, I know when to worry and when not to worry, when I'm in danger and when I'm not in danger. To the family that is at home, every moment of their life, I'm getting shot at. They think that I'm always in danger, and the reality is very different. A book about a military deployment would be about 1,000 pages with about 6 words written in it, but those would be really interesting, or about 6 pages written in it, and those would be really good 6 pages, but the rest would be very, very boring. But to the family, it's every moment they think that I'm in danger.
The unknown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just drives
Right.
crazy.
Well, and then Matt came home, and then our grandson,
And he left.
then he left. Derek left, and he went there. So,
Lori's son.
yeah, Lori's son. So that was rough times. But God got us through it.
The interesting thing, hearing them talk about their legacy, which, is hard to define, but when you hear them talk about it, we look at ourselves, and I think our legacies are about what theirs are, your family, our kids, how many grandkids do you have?
13.
13
And then
grandkids.
3.
And I'm sure my sisters and brother and I would probably say, our kids, our families are, that's a big part of the legacy, but when it's your time to go, I think you just want people to look back and say, they were good people. lived a good life, helped a lot of people. I had a good family. That's how
I
I
just
feel.
heard those same words come from Tim 15 minutes ago.
That's it. He's got it.
Yeah.
We're a blessed family.
We certainly are. Wouldn't change it. Wouldn't change a thing.
Okay.